welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired the roundtable with 12 Indian AI startups who've qualified for the AI for All Global Impact Challenge on Thursday, ahead of the India AI Impact Summit 2026 to be held in India next month. Prime Minister Modi highlighted the importance of artificial intelligence in bringing about transformation in the society. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar participated in the first India-Weimar format meeting focused on deepening India-European Union relations, assessing challenges in Indo-Pacific and sharing perspectives on the Ukraine conflict. Dr. S. Jaishankar crossed India's view on the issues of discussion. EAM recalled France and Europe are the most important ties in global order. In a meeting with Dr. S. Jaishankar, French Foreign Minister said India's inclusion signals a deepening partnership between India and Europe. India's Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal chaired a business roundtable with leaders from prominent Liechtenstein companies. The minister highlighted that India-EFTA Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement is not just a trade agreement, but a framework to promote investment, technology collaboration, skill development and resilient value chains. Minister Piyush Goyal also visited the Hilti Group headquarters and met their CEO Jahangir Dunganji in Liechtenstein. The discussions focused on advancing localization, increasing value addition and scaling global shipments from India. Ambassador of India to the USA, Vinay Mohan Quatra, met with US Speaker Mike Johnson at Capitol Hill. Quatra expressed deep appreciation for his support for strengthening the bilateral relationship and briefed him on key areas of India-US partnership. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday extended greetings to the nation on the commencement of Somnath Swabhiman Parv. Prime Minister noted that in January 1026, Somnath faced its first attack. Despite repeated assaults in subsequent centuries, the eternal faith of devotees and the civilizational resolve of Bharat ensured that Somnath was rebuilt time and again. A group of students from Arunachal Pradesh on Thursday called on President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan as part of National Integration Tour. India's Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari chaired the annual meeting of transport ministers from all the states and union territories in New Delhi on Thursday. The meeting witnessed constructive deliberations on key issues including road safety, passenger and public convenience and others. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh attended the AI Impact Summit 2026 on AI for capacity building and transforming governance at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. Speaking at the event, the minister highlighted the importance of natural intelligence as the primary operator of AI. Union Minister of Food Processing Industries Chirag Paswan on Thursday inaugurated the 9th edition of Indus Food Exhibition 2026 at India Expo Centre and Mart in Greater Noida. The exhibition, organised by the Trade Promotion Council of India, aims to further consolidate India's position as a trusted and competitive partner in global food supply chains. India's Union Minister of Textiles, Giriraj Singh, attended the National Textiles Ministers' Conference on Thursday. The conference aims to provide a platform for deliberations on policy, investment, sustainability, exports, infrastructure development under the theme of India Textiles, weaving growth, heritage and innovation. India's Air Force Air Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh visited the ongoing NCC Republic Day camp at Delhi Cant on Thursday. Addressing cadets, he emphasized that a strong spirit of nationalism should guide whatever role they take up in life. General Officer Commanding-in-Chief of the Southern Command of Indian Army, Lieutenant General Dheeraj Sheth, visited Vadodara Military Station in Gujarat and reviewed the operational preparedness of the 1st In-Battle Air Defence Brigade. The passing out parade batch was held at INS Chilka on Thursday, marking the successful culmination of 16 weeks of ab initio training. Vice Admiral Sameer Saxena, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Southern Naval Command, was the chief guest and the reviewing officer of the parade. Aadhaar has introduced its official mascot Uday, a friendly and approachable character designed to connect with citizens, aimed to make Aadhaar services more accessible and easier to understand. Indian benchmark indices ended lower on Thursday with Nifty below 25,900. Nifty 50 was down by 263.9 points at 25,876.85. At close, the Sensex was down by 780.18 points at 84,180.96. Indian rupee ended 14 paise lower at 90.02 per dollar on Thursday. Gold futures maturing on the 5th of February were priced at 1,37,150 rupees per 10 grams on multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for February, the 5th majority stood at 2,42,719 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. Bangladesh's ready-made garment exports slowed in the first half of financial year 25-26, falling 2.63% year-on-year to $19.37 billion. Lucid Group, Neuro and Uber unveiled a production intent robo-taxi at CES 2026 in Las Vegas based on Lucid's Gravity SUV featuring roof-mounted sensors and an Uber-designed cabin. On-road testing is underway with a Bay Area launch planned later this year. The price of Brent crude oil rose to $60.27 per barrel on Thursday. German fashion retailer Zalando will shut its Erfurt distribution center by the end of September. About 2,700 jobs, nearly one-sixth of its workforce, will be cut. Tech giant Samsung Electronics expects a record fourth quarter profit of $13.8 billion, driven by strong chip and smartphone sales. The U.S. Senate is due to consider a resolution on Thursday that would block President Donald Trump from taking further military action against Venezuela without congressional authorization, and backers said the measure could pass in a close vote. The United States on Wednesday laid out an energy deal with Venezuela, saying it will partially roll back sanctions to allow the sale of oil products from the country. The details were shared in a Department of Energy fact sheet. U.S. President Donald Trump had earlier announced that the interim leaders have agreed to U.S.-managed marketing of 30 to 50 million barrels of crude, adding that Venezuela will be buying only U.S.-made products with the money they receive from the deal. The U.S. seized two Venezuela-linked oil tankers in the Atlantic Ocean on Wednesday, one sailing under Russia's flag. The U.S. operation was supported by Britain's Royal Air Force and one of its military vessels. Moscow denounced the seizure of the tanker sailing under its flag and demanded that U.S. treat Russians aboard properly and permits them to return to Russia quickly. Venezuela's interim president Delcy Rodriguez said on Wednesday that her country is open to energy partnerships with other nations, emphasizing that the South American country possesses some of the world's largest oil and gas reserves. A U.S. immigration agent shot and killed a 37-year-old woman in her car in Minneapolis on Wednesday amid an immigration enforcement surge. U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Christine defended the ICE officer, calling the women's action a domestic act of terrorism. Trump called the Minneapolis shooting appeared to be an act of self-defense, claiming the women aggressively resisted the officers and deliberately ran over an ICE agent, prompting the officer to shoot her. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey dismissed the government's claim and urged ICE officers to leave the city during a second day of mass immigration raids. Pele Broberg, who is the leader of Greenland's largest opposition party called Nærørik, has said that Greenland should hold direct talks with the U.S. government without Denmark. French farmers staged major protests across Paris on Thursday, blocketing key locations to oppose a proposed European Union free trade agreement with South American bloc Mercosur and to highlight local grievances. Arriving in Beirut for talks with Lebanese leaders, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said Tehran does not seek war but is fully prepared for both conflicts and negotiations. King Abdullah II of Jordan and Crown Prince Hussein welcomed European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Antonio Costa as the first ever Jordan-EU summit that began in Amman. Security has been tightened in Yemen's southern city of Aden as forces of the Southern Transitional Council set up checkpoints following reports that separatist leader Aidarus al-Zubaydi had fled the country. Emergency crews in southern Ukraine restored power after Russian strikes late on Wednesday knocked out power supplies almost entirely in two regions. Hospitals and other critical sites were operating on reserve power in the affected areas. A senior leader, Azizur Rahman Musabbir, affiliated with the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, was shot dead while another man was injured in an attack in Dhaka on Wednesday night. Police have sealed off the area and heightened the security. Nepal's Energy Minister Kulmanki Singh resigned from the ministerial position by submitting his resignation to Prime Minister Sushila Karki on Wednesday evening. He plans to join the Rashtriya Swatantrata Party and focus on the upcoming parliamentary elections. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced on Thursday that the government will establish the nation's most powerful form of public inquiry, Royal Commission into the Bondi Beach mass shooting. The outgoing chief of British Broadcasting Corporation, Tim Davie, appeared before a parliamentary committee on Thursday as the broadcaster grapples with mounting pressure and legal scrutiny. The hearing comes amid an ongoing lawsuit filed by US President Donald Trump against BBC. Time for a short break. We'll be right back.
स्वागत आहे टू मॅग्नेटिक महाराष्ट्र. झारखंड.
Welcome back after that short break. Let's continue. The Indian Meteorological Department says fog and cold wave conditions will persist across North India over the coming week, with temperatures likely to drop by up to 4 degrees Celsius in parts of North, East and Central India. According to IMD, heavy rainfall is forecast in Tamil Nadu between January the 9th and 11th, while Kerala may see heavy rain on the 10th of January. Kashmir continues to reel under severe cold conditions as Chilai Kalan, the harshest 40-day winter period, tightens its grip on the valley. Kashmir Valley recorded its coldest night as temperatures in Anantnag dropped to -5 degrees Celsius, freezing the rivers. In Kashmir, Poonch's Mughal Road remains closed due to fresh snowfall. Snow clearance work is underway near Peer Ki Gali, with traffic suspended between Shopian and Poonch since December the 31st. Dense fog and a cold wave condition continue to blanket Varanasi in UP, reducing visibility and intensifying winter chill as temperatures remain low across the city. Severe weather and low visibility are disrupting flight operations at select airport across northwest, central and northeast India, leading to possible delays and schedule changes. Snow, ice and strong winds have brought widespread transport disruption across parts of Europe for a third day, with hundreds of flights cancelled and passengers stranded. Australia South was hit by a severe heat wave on Wednesday, with temperatures soaring above 40 degrees Celsius, triggering health warnings, power strain and bushfires. Meteorologists said it was the worst hit event in 6 years, as authorities issued severe to extreme heat alerts across the regions. Children and adults in Hungary's Budapest enjoyed sledding and skiing on a snowy hill in the heart of the city. Visitors called it a truly magical experience, highlighting the joy of playing outdoors in the winter wonderland. A light snowfall transformed the Eiffel Tower into a stunning winter scene. Visitors gathered around and marveled for its picturesque view. Hanoi in Vietnam may suspend train services on the famous Railway Cafe Street in the city centre, citing safety risks. The move aims to preserve the historical and cultural value of the railway corridor. The first giant panda cub born in Indonesia has completed 40 days in good health, marking a key milestone in China-Indonesia panda conservation cooperation. Nostalgia is a key theme at Consumer Electronics Show 2026, currently underway in Las Vegas. Tech firms are showcasing retro products, attracting both older generations and Gen Z. At CES 2026, Whiting's company showcased its Body Scan 2, a $600 smart scale that tracks over 60 biomarkers to detect early health risks and support better aging through data-driven insights. Another tech company unveiled Lollipop Star, a musical lollipop at CES 2026 in Las Vegas. The device plays songs as you lick it using bone conduction technology. The Flamingo Festival 2026 is set to be held in Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh on January 10th and 11th. The festival aims to promote eco-tourism and raise awareness about migratory birds and wetland conservation. The New Delhi World Book Fair is set to return on January the 10th at Bharat Mandapam. The fair, organized by National Book Trust of India, will run until the 18th of January. This year's edition of the book fair pays tribute to courage, sacrifice and leadership of Indian Armed Forces. Its theme is Indian military history, valor and wisdom at 75. Sacred relics believed to be linked to Lord Buddha are drawing visitors in India's national capital. The rare Piprava relics are on public display in New Delhi as part of a 6-month-long exhibition. Endangered rural crafts are up for grabs at 4-day festival of Alliance Francia in Delhi, running from 7th till the 10th of January. The 12th edition of this annual crafts festival showcases India's rural craftsmanship. From ajrak prints to hand-woven carpets, artisans from Rajasthan and UP are displaying their work at the Alliance Franca, aiming to preserve and promote endangered rural crafts. Thol Bird Sanctuary near Ahmedabad in Gujarat hosted its annual spectacle this year, welcoming up to 300 migratory bird species. Visitors enjoyed swans, ducks and flocks, creating a lively avian display across the sanctuary's calm waters. At Bikaner's International Camel Festival in Rajasthan, artisans showcased living craftsmanship by creating intricate patterns on camels using scissors and traditional techniques. The annual breeding season of olive ridley turtles has begun near the Rushikulya River in Ganjam district of Odisha, promoting Forest Department to tighten security measures. Indian actor Priyanka Chopra unveiled her first look as Pirate Bloody Mary in the upcoming action drama film The Bluff, which is set to release on the 25th of February. Disney's live-action film Tangled, featuring Australian actor Tegan Croft and American actor Milo Menem, is yet to be announced. American comedy action thriller film One Battle After Another, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, leads the Actor Awards 2026 with a record of 7 nominations, including acting and ensemble categories. The Actor Awards 2026 will be held on March the 1st, just weeks ahead of the Academy Awards, celebrating top performances in film and television. Oscar-winning filmmaker Guillermo del Toro is set to return to the Sundance Film Festival at a restored 4K screening of his debut film Chronos. The special screening will take place on the 27th of January, marking a nostalgic return to the festival where the film first premiered in 1994. Dhurandhar crosses 1,250 crore worldwide, staying strong in its fifth week. The film continues double-digit momentum as it heads into weekend 6. South Indian actor Yash unveiled his character Raya from his upcoming action-adventure film Toxic. The film releases on the 19th of March in multiple languages. Bollywood actor Akshay Kumar's horror comedy Bhoot Bangla, directed by Doordarshan, has been rescheduled for May the 15th. The trailer of Taskari, The Smuggler's Web, starring Imran Hashmi as a customs officer facing Sharat Kelkar smuggling kingpin, is out. The series will begin streaming from the 14th of January. Indian actors Nakul Mehta and Shriya Saran's drama and sci-fi series Space Gen Chandrayaan, inspired by India's space mission, will premiere on OTT platform from 23rd of January. Australia sealed 4-1 Ashes series victory after beating England by 5 wickets in the fifth and final test at Sydney Cricket Ground on Thursday inside 11 days. England resumed day 5 at 302 for 8, leading by 119 runs and were bowled out for 342, setting Australia a target of 160. Australia chased down the target in 31.2 overs. Australian opener Usman Khawaja received a guard of honour as he walked out to bat for the last time in international cricket. Khawaja was dismissed for 6 in his last innings. Defending champions Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bengaluru will kick off the 4th edition of Women's Premier League on Friday. Indian cricketers Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul and coach Gautam Gambhir arrived in Vadodara for ODI series against New Zealand. Ruturaj Gaikwad struck his 15th century in Vijay Hazare Trophy against Goa, equaling teammate Ankit Bhavne's record for most hundreds in the tournament. The 4th day of the second Hello India Beach Games is underway in Diu with over 2,100 athletes competing for a total number of 36 medals. Kane Russell struck a hat-trick as HIL Governing Council defeated Trichy Bengal Tigers by 6-3 in a high-scoring Hockey India League clash in Chennai on Wednesday. Veteran Indian Grandmaster Vishwanathan Anand dazzled at the Steel Chess India 2026 Rapid and Blitz Open, surging to the joint lead with Hans Niemann after 3 rounds. Two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu stormed into the quarterfinals of Malaysia Open after a comfortable victory against Tomoka Miyazaki of Japan. India's top doubles duo Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy also sailed into the quarterfinal round. Indian shuttler Lakshya Sen suffered a shocking second-round match against Hong Kong's Lee Seok in Malaysia Open. Holder Barcelona thrashed Athletic Club 5-0 to reach the Spanish Super Cup final in Saudi Arabia. World number 1 Arena Sabalenka defeated Sorana Cîrstea to advance to the quarterfinals of Brisbane International on Thursday. And Switzerland and the USA progressed into the semi-finals of the United Cup. The last 4 stage will take place on Saturday. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. Don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.